Content over everything. Yeah, John.
Who believe that if push comes to shove, the vast majority of Muslims will side with the Salafists against the rest of us. And so they acquiesce to the demands and they turn a blind eye to the crimes of members within the Muslim community, like what happened in Telford and what happened in Rotherham.
Raping of innocent children.
The raping of innocent children.
Over 40 years.
Absolutely, that the police deliberately ignored because the ideology of the liberal establishment means that they are incapable of addressing the problem.
Yeah.
And they are afraid.
Yeah.
But there is another fear. A fear that I think many of you on this march also might have. And so it's to that fear that I address. It is a fear of Islamisation, that Islam will take over.
Yeah, great.
I want to say to you, as a Christian, that perfect love casts out fear. The way to respond to Islamisation is not with anger, but with hope. A hope and a strong sense of a Christian identity, standing up for Christian values, on the Christian history of the country, standing up in strength for what as we as Christians believe. Fear will defeat you.
No, fearless. We don't care anymore.
Be fearless.
Fear nothing.
Revelations.
Fear no
In the book of Revelations, it says quite clearly, cowards go to hell.
Yeah.
Cowards are the ones who allow their actions to be decided by fear.
Right.
If you are inspired by love, it doesn't mean that you become a doormat and you do what you see the Archbishop of Canterbury doing, where he kisses the hand of extremists, welcomes them into his mansion, these same preachers from Pakistan who call for the persecution of Christians in Pakistan. He's afraid. Love means that you stand up for your community. Love means that you stand up for the truth. Love means that you stand up for your own identity. And if that means you end up in conflict, so be it.
So be it.
So be it.
So be it. Enough's enough.
If that means you are in conflict, so be it. It doesn't mean that you're looking for a fight.
No.
It just means that if a fight comes to you, you
won't
run away.
Yeah.
Right. We will fight for our future.
Yeah. We're not running.
If you are a Christian and you can hear my voice, you need to fight for the church to be triumphant.
Right.
If we don't stand up for the church, the Christian community, then we don't stand up for anything that England has stood for the last 2,000 years. Since the 4th century, England has been a Christian country. Christians arrived in Roman times, in the 2nd and 3rd century. You cannot defend an English identity if you separate that English identity from a Christian one. So I encourage you all, if you feel that my words resonate with you, and you think that I am saying something noble and true, then I encourage you to pick up your Bible and to start reading it. To start reading about the church history. And more than this, don't just treat it as an intellectual exercise. Incorporate it into your very being. Instill it within your heart and your soul. Allow it to affect the values that you live by. How you treat your family. How you love your neighbor. How you stand up for what is right and against what is wrong in your communities. Whether that means standing up to thuggish Salafism, as we do here at the corner, or standing up to the drug pushers, or the cowardice of the liberal establishment, which is what many of you are here to protest against. As Christians, we have civilized Europe. Centuries ago, Europe was invaded by barbarians. Our ancestors, believe it or not, were all savages. Worshipped trees, sacrificed children. Christianity civilized them. It made Europe into a jewel of the world.
I think Tommy Robinson's just arrived.
And I think that probably ends today's lecture.
Excellent. Shall we?
Good to meet you, Bob.
Oh, you're Bob the Slayer?
I'm Bob the Builder.
I heard you. I told you.
There's another battery.
We're behind you, mate.
Is that Tommy, Siobhan?
Well done, Bob.
He said he wasn't coming in.
We need to get out. We need to start following the liberal tape.
Speech, everyone behind the banner! Thank you!
Keep going behind. Behind the banner.
Anyone freedom of speech can get behind the line, please.
Freedom of speech behind the banner.
Straight, Terry, Hyde. Keep coming round, boys. Anyone freedom of speech can go behind the banner. Thank you.
Back.
Thank you. We're going to make it great
We
again.
like you better, mate.
That camera is a smile. Smile, honey.
The only pack you is.
Freedom of speech. Behind the banner.
Yes, Stephen. Eyes up on Gerard.
Behind the banner.
Steve.
See, you made me take
You're sweating like a freaking rapist. Keep smiling, mate. Guys, freedom of speech behind the banner!
Yeah, want to get first?
Can we clear everyone move back, please? We need to clear an area. We need to clear an area.
Move down to the side, keep going down the side.
Everyone move back.
Move back a little bit, please.
Everyone step back a bit. Come on.
Come guys, just move back a little bit.
Thank you everybody for coming today. As you all know, this is the starting point for the march, and we're going to march for freedom and we want to keep the traditional liberties in this country that we've enjoyed for centuries. The freedom to congregate, the freedom of speech, the freedom to believe in what we believe. And that's what we're going to be celebrating today later in Whitehall. So thank you for coming. Let's have a nice, peaceful, orderly march.
We want our country back.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you can all bear with us, we'd like to have a minute's silence for freedom of speech, please. And then we're going to find out who's who. 1 minute silence, please. Starting now. Minute silence. Thank you very much, everyone. Stay where we are, lads. We're going to go down here. Right, if you can all clear a path, we're going to walk down here to the end here, and we're going to turn right at the end, and we're going to walk behind Gerard, and we're going to walk up Park Lane. We're going to walk up round Piccadilly. We're going to move to the side of us now. Move to the side and tag on at the back if you will. Can't take away every time from younger men.
man say it straight. Man don't listen to BBC. Man don't listen to Hyde.
أهلا يا غبي. What do you want?
Content in our house. Like, share, and subscribe to content. Like, share, and subscribe. God bless. Allah! No Allah today?
Allahu Akbar.
They find this Islamic scholar here.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. And you crazy, and you.
In this kind of age, I've seen white